From Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Random month.
Oh, hi, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who is fully nude from the waist down and is currently having a staring contest with the business end of his boner. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey!
And transmitting to us live from BoogerCon, the bearded cosplay monster known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo! Jeff, why are you wearing your hat so high up on your head like a fucking doofus?
His gigantic brain is pushing it out. You look like a
I'm
chef.
sorry, you were kind of low to me. You're going to have to turn your volume up, Kevin.
Me? Nah, it always does that during the theme.
Yeah, it does. It's always like that after the theme for me.
Zoom gets it all fucked up. How do I sound now? Am I transmitting clearly, Captain Clark?
I mean, I can hear you. Jeff is just deaf, but I can hear you.
Shuddy's way louder to me than you are, to be honest, but whatever.
So are you.
I'll warm up.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
We're back.
Yeah, Jeff and I both got hit with a pair of trimming shears between last week and today.
Your motives were a lot more pure than mine. I was just bored and needed to get out of the house. I didn't leave the house for like 4 days, and I connected my brother with my barber, who happens to be like 2 blocks down the road. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go get a haircut too. I need one." I was sick of my hair is shit. My hair sucks. My hairline sucks. It's all bad news for me. It's all downhill. So I needed to clean it up a little bit. I don't have a lot of options left, but so that's what I did. You had more of a reason.
Well, that and it was over a year since I got a haircut, and it did last a few months to where I was like, man, I'm really able to just do a side part, and it really hides how horrible things have gotten, with the length and stuff. And then it just got ridiculous, and then I started looking like Rowdy Roddy Piper, and I had this like late 70s vibe going, which was funny. I'll admit it's funny, but like, I don't know, I'm getting my second shot of the vaccine this weekend. Stuff's starting to go back to normal. There's light at the end of the tunnel. This was a funny lockdown joke, and I'm glad it's fucking over with. It was time. It was time to get rid of it, and I saw people on Instagram were bummed out, but like, I don't know, man. I'm sure it was funny for you, but you don't have to walk around 24 hours a day fucking looking like that. I was kind of over looking like a jerk off. And
I mean, you still look like a jerk off. Let's not.
Well, for different reasons. I have less.
Let's call a spade, buddy.
All right, we got fucking Don Rickles over here. All right, well, either way, I'm glad it's over with. It was weird getting a haircut for the first time in over a year. I don't know if this is a new LA thing or all over thing, but after the dude finished my haircut, he put on this like vibrating gauntlet and came up behind me, grabbed me by the forehead, and then used his gloved hand and smashed the back of my head into his front hand and sort of like crushed me like a cantaloupe, and then starts talking to me, like making small talk. Oh, so how was work today? I'm just like, and then he flipped it around, put his hand on the back of my head, took his gloved, vibrating gauntlet hand and smashed it on my forehead and squished that way and scrambled my brains. Is that a new thing? What happened? Did I get violated?
I feel like there was always not always, but recently there's been like a little massage the back of the neck contraption. Maybe I've only gotten one haircut in a long time myself.
I have never had that happen to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost here. Sounds like some.
My barber used to pre-COVID do a hot towel like massage, but they don't do that anymore because they don't do trim facial hair.
It must just be an LA thing.
He just wanted to. He thought you were looking very good and just wanted to touch as much of you as he could.
I got to scramble this motherfucker's brains.
How much did your haircut cost?
$50.
Why didn't you go to the Clerk's girl?
I tried, and their only available appointment was after the point in which I needed my haircut.
Okay, fair enough.
So
how long were you in that chair for?
Not long, maybe 15 minutes. It was a very quick cut. The place
Really?
that because I started, when I stopped just like driving by a barber shop, I'm like, all right, I'll go to that fucking place or go into Floyd's. Like Tully actually turned me on to, it's worth it to spend a couple extra bucks and get like a real grown-up haircut now that, you're a fucking grown-up. So I started going to this place that used to be in the farmer's market at the Grove, and it was like $45 or $50 for a haircut, and dude put time into it. He would taper up the buzzers and like really go over the areas, many, many times, and it looked like he knew what he was doing. He put the fucking time in. It wasn't like 10 minutes in the chair and then, you're done. And then he moved locations and the price jumped and the price jumped. And I was like, holy shit, this is getting to the point where I can't afford it anymore. So when Veronica from Clerks couldn't take an appointment, I was like, you know what? It's been a year. Maybe I'll splurge and go back to that dude. And I looked at his prices. Haircuts are $85 now. $85.
I thought 50 was an outrageous number. 85 is just, we're not even having a conversation at that point.
No.
I mean, your hair isn't as whack as mine, but it's not great. It's not. You, admittedly, right? I'm not talking out of line here.
My actual hair?
And, yeah, like
I hate my hair. I hate my hair. It's incredibly. It's not like balding thin, but the actual thickness of each strand of hair is thin. And
you have very fine hair.
Yeah, and I have this conversation with every barber I go to. It's like it's really fucking miserable to even try and style or do anything with because of how thin it is. And the dude was like, "Yeah," he's like, "You have a lot of actual strands of hair. Just the hair itself is so goddamn skinny that." It looks real bitch ass. And that was a lot more evident too when it was long because it just lays flat and I look like fucking Hanson. I look like I did when I was in 8th grade when, I thought I was Kurt Cobain.
I just think Tully's point fucking sucks. I mean, I feel like I get grown up haircuts and I pay only $25, right? You just got to find like a person you trust and you like. I guess if that's $50, then fuck it. But to me, that's an outrageous number, especially if you're in the chair 15 minutes. That person's making $200 an hour. Like, what kind of fucking rate is that?
I pay
what are you, a surgeon?
$32 for a haircut.
Yeah, that's like $200 an hour. That's pretty decent legal counsel.
Yeah. I don't know. How much did you pay, Jeff?
I paid $25.
25. Yeah, but that's like a homie hookup, right? Don't you know that dude?
Yeah, but I think his regular price is $30. And I give him $30 anyways because I've known him since
I think you're getting
way before he was a barber.
I'm telling you, like, you can, like, I don't know, even the chain places like Floyd's out here are still kind of pricey. And I fucking went, I told this story on the show before. I went to Floyd's one time, and this dude fucked me up so bad. Like, it had been a minute since I had gotten a haircut, maybe a couple of months. So, like, the hair on my sideburns had grown. Like, I had some length on these hairs. And he, like, did the buzzer thing and the trimmer thing and the scissors thing. And he let me walk out of there, and of course, fuck me for not noticing, but I don't really have an eye for these things. But I realized that when I got home, there was still a long piece of hair, like I was Hasidim on this side. I couldn't fucking believe it. So I immediately called a better barber and went in, and I was like, yeah, somebody just fucking butchered me. I need a cleanup job. So I went in, and when I sat in the chair, he looked at my head and was like, holy shit, you got a hatchet job. What happened to your head? Did a fucking blender cut your hair? So, yeah, it sucks paying an extra $20 for a haircut, but if they're going to get it right, I don't know. Ellie's fucking pricey, man.
Does this place come with any amenities?
They did offer me beer and stuff.
Okay, cool. Because the local spots that I would go to in Long Beach before I found my homie, or just settled on my homie, they would offer you like a shot of whiskey, a beer while you're hanging out. And
shot of whiskey?
Dope. Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah, but it got up to like 35 a haircut, and I was paying at that time. I was paying like 20.
My barber does beer, and they let you bring a bottle of whiskey, and they put it on the shelf and label it with your name. So if you want to drink your own whiskey while you're in the barber shop, you can.
That's kind of baller.
Yeah, pretty sweet. But that's cool that they're bringing at least something to the table, Kevin. How far is it from your place?
Well, this was a hike. I had to go to Culver City.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There wasn't one closer?
I mean, not as far as places that I trusted. Like, I could have gone to like a Supercuts down the block, but like, I don't know.
Then you're taking your life in your hands.
Precisely.
It's been a while since I made that commute, but did you mix in your barbershop move with like going to Ellis's, like commuting back and forth to Ellis's? Because you can go through Culver City on that commute, right?
I can, but I don't.
Yeah,
no, it was
a nightmare.
It wasn't a work day, and we record early. Like I have to get to Jason's usually at like 9:30 in the morning, and I know that doesn't seem very early, but if you're going from Studio City down that way, especially now that more and more people are going into the office, it's an hour plus each way sometimes. So, yeah, I don't have time to sneak in a fucking haircut before the show.
Oh, yeah. You off the pandemic, that commute, woo!
Oh, it's going to be nasty.
I'm going to call you during it.
This is going to suck ass in a couple of months, yeah.
He should just he should just carry the digital recorder with him and make that a new Patreon segment for one of the shows. Just Kevin's talking, whatever Kevin says to himself on the commute.
I'll give you a spoiler alert. It's a lot of plamping and meowing.
If you think the commentary on like Call of Duty, like video game chat rooms is intense and just angry, like the inner monologue you have sitting on the 405, like bumper to bumper, is just, I don't know. Like I've thought some just outrageous thoughts in my head. Like I understand Michael Douglas and falling down. Like
sometimes I have to just cancel myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to like shout ideas out of my own head.
I don't know. Like, that's one of those things I sort of just came to peace with when moving to LA. Like, I just knew going anywhere was going to suck ass. So I sort of prepped myself, and I've for sure gotten road rage 100%, but I don't know. I've gotten better with it.
My pushback is you don't really know what you're talking about. Just because you haven't lived more than probably 10 miles away from where you worked, right? And this is the first time.
Well, dude, I had to make 2 round trips to San Diego in 1 week recently. And
for sure.
That was a 4-hour, massively trafficked up drive, which sucked fucking bungholes.
Yeah, but that's very specific and particular, and it had like a perfect, wonderful reason on why you did that, right? Just going to work, even though the Ellis show is awesome and you have a lot of fun doing it. Like, point is, like, I'm gonna look to be texting you some more when the traffic heats up, because it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny, dude. There's nothing. I've never had just a fucking just mind-numbingly like frustrating experience. Quite like driving from Century City to like Long Beach. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun, for sure.
We're focused on negative things, but like positive, you're going to get your second vaccine shot soon. I'm going to be in studio to make out with you in person. It's going to be great.
Yeah, we're both going to be pantsless at the start of the show.
Yeah, man. I said this a couple of times, I think, but my brother's boss came over. My boss came over a couple weeks ago, and he got the Johnson & Johnson shot, and just seeing the pep in his step.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the pep in your step.
It's kind of already here. They released some very promising stuff today. You know, saying that like 2 weeks after your first shot, if you get Pfizer or Moderna, you're like 80 to 90% protected after 2 weeks. Second shot really kicks it into high gear. And I think, you know, they were pretty sure, but didn't have the real data to back it up. But now they're saying with confidence, like they didn't know if like getting the vaccine and you come in contact with somebody who's sick, like if you get it and you don't get any symptoms and you're just chill, or if it completely shields you from even getting it or transmitting it. And now they're like, yeah, you don't get it. So like if you're vaccinated, you're around somebody, it's not like you get the virus and you don't have symptoms. It's like a normal vaccine. You just don't fucking get it.
Okay, yeah. So 80 to 90% of the time you have nothing. You don't carry it, you don't transmit it, and then in the other 10 to 20%, you have it.
Yeah,
no.
Days you're gonna get it. Let me tell you.
No, I asked my aunt about that. So is it just like a really in your favors coin flip every time you encounter it, or do you have a 95% chance of just being flat out immune? She was like, it's flat out immune. So like 5% of people the vaccine just isn't going to really work on.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I've played far too much online poker to not get nervous about the 5%. That 5% happens more often than you think, at least in gambling. But this isn't gambling.
Well, yeah, I think 95% though happens way more than 5%, Jeff.
Yeah.
You broke his brain for a second.
Man, but I mean, if you want to go down that road, I'm down. Hey, I'll just copy and paste my original COVID arguments. What are the survival rate stuff? You want to have this combo? Oh, you want to have this combo? Oh, okay. Okay, you want to have this combo, Kevin? No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to take a turn towards negative town.
Jenny McClarkley in the house.
Jeffy McClarkley.
I laughed because I feel like that's funny. Is she's an anti-vaxxer, right?
Yes,
yeah.
She is.
I don't know about you guys, but I get all my medical advice from former playmates.
Don't pigeonhole her like that. She was also co-host of Singled Out on MTV.
Fair
Underrated
point.
Game show.
Fair point. So here, to further throw myself in the bitch-ass barrel, Geoff and Shuddy are aware of this, but I had an exquisite moment of bitch-assness this past week. So I've been stepping up the exercise game to pivot off of former bitch-assness. I somehow fucking injured myself like 7 or 8 years ago. When I got in really good shape and had pecs and definition and didn't look fucking disgusting for my first big Ellis Mania fight, I very quickly dove off the diving board into a deep end of pudding. I fucking went nuts. I was so disciplined leading up to that fight, and after I won, I immediately went to the Pink Taco in the Hard Rock and got, for dinner, 2 desserts. I got like a gigantic churro sundae and a big fat piece of cake. And I got too used to like not having that strict discipline of just like watch everything you eat, run every day, the fucking intense routine. Once that fight was over with, I let myself go, and my belly and boobies came back within like a month. And I tried to get it back afterwards, and I don't know what I did, but I injured my fucking stomach doing an ab roller. Fuck me. And anytime I went like 6 months to try and let it heal and then go back to doing stuff, anything that engaged my core felt like somebody was stabbing me with a knife. So like a month or two ago, I started the most gradual wading back into the fitness pool that I could. I was doing 5 push-ups a day. Read them and weep. 5 push-ups.
In an entire day?
Yeah. I know. I'm a beefcake. But then I started just every day gradually doing more and more. And then I worked myself back up to the perfect push-ups, the rotating ones.
Yeah, that's a legit workout.
Yeah. So now I'm at a point where I'm doing a fuckload of those. I've got the pull-up bar, so I'm doing like pull-ups and chin-ups and stuff. And I'm already seeing results. Like my arms are getting bigger, my man boobs have shrunk a little bit, and they're starting to turn into pecs. I'm seeing the definition, but I'm still carrying a pouch. So that gradual transition really did help me bypass that stupid stomach thing that's been fucking me up every time I try. Like I get little hints of it, and it's like, all right, I might be pushing a little too hard, back off a little bit. But it's been good. So now it was like, okay, if I'm handling all this stuff, I'm going to start focusing on the belly. I got to melt that away. Summer's right around the corner. I'd like to go to the beach and take my shirt off and have people only be disgusted by my paleness. Not my hot dog rolls.
It's an attainable goal. Are you gonna go with the Ellis crew?
Well, Jason lives right on the beach, and he's been wanting to get myself and Tully on his motorized surfboard. So, yeah. I mean, it would be nice to, like, go and do bits, and the bit not being, look at gross Kevin, he has his shirt off again. Like, the bit's actually what we're doing.
You hang out there weekly.
So I started doing bicycle crunches. And I got 4 into it of, like, touching the elbow to the opposite knee, and the fucking room starts spinning. And I was like, oh, my God. All right, well, that's just you being a bitch again, Kevin. Power through. So I power through, and then I'm just like, whoa. It was like somebody beat me over the back of the head with a baseball bat. It fucked me up. So, again, I was just like, you're being soft. This is the stuff that keeps you flabby. Fight through it. So I did 2 more sets, and I was thrashed. I had vertigo all day. Like, I had to sit on the couch, and I started getting, like, seasick from the vertigo. Like, my stomach was all upset. It rocked my ass.
This happened a couple hours before we started recording Supermarket Queeps, right?
Yeah.
It didn't. When did it get better? Like, how long did...
Oh, I carried into the next day. And then it got to the point where I started getting a little worried. So I texted my sister, and I hate doing it because it's just... It's embarrassing being the big brother who has to constantly reach out to his nurse sister with these just fucking stupid, embarrassing problems. Like, yeah, I have vertigo because I did bicycle crunches. Help me, Joy. And I just picture her sitting in her apartment, rolling her eyes like, how did I get this fucking idiot as a big brother?
And we all have specializations. Whenever I have a question about the WWE or its history, I just ask Cheech. So, I mean, you got medical stuff.
By the way, happy birthday, Cheech.
Happy birthday,
happy birthday, Cheech.
Yeah, I turned 27 yesterday. We'll talk a little bit about that if you guys want later.
Yeah.
We went goat hunting, got some Korean barbecue. It was fun. Also, though, talk about Cheech's birthday in a second. We have a new Puminati in the world. The homie Kwame and his fiance Sonique had their first child yesterday. Cheech's birthday. Yeah.
What'd they name the baby?
Quasi
Awesome.
Kemba. Yeah, it's
Congrats, guys.
Fuck yeah.
I guess it's it means born on Sunday, and gonorrhean is what we would call it in college.
I don't. Oh.
Yeah, he's of Ghanaian descent. So my roommate called him a gonorrhean, and it was really one of the funniest things I've heard all in college, and we all just rolled with it. But yeah, it means born on Sunday. And I guess if he was born on Saturday, it would have been a different name, which is pretty cool. But
Yeah, is
shout out
Kwame
to
a weekday?
Kwame. I guess it's Saturday, yeah.
No
So
shit.
like if his son was born a day earlier, it would have been Kwame the second.
Kwame Jr.
Yeah, Kwame Jr.
Well, that's awesome. Congrats to
I
them.
think that's. I know why Quasi's the name. I'm pretty sure Kwame was the Saturday name. I'm going off of what my brother said. I got kind of lost in the chat, or I think he talked about him on a different chat, or talked about it with him in a different chat. But yeah, happy birthday to my brother. Shout out to Quasi. Welcome to Puminati. Welcome to the world.
Yes, Kwame means born on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. And what is Ghanan is that a language? Do they have their own language, or is that just like a? Is that I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm speculating. It's open.
Well,
if I said things, you would patch them together with the internet.
Jeff is desperately trying not to step in a massive pile of shit right now.
He is very, very trying. He's doing a great. All right, so in Ghanan, there are government-sponsored languages. There's 9 of those.
Shit.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm not going to do it. Go to Wikipedia if you would like to see them.
Fair enough.
Because I'm sure that they would be butchered if I did it.
Either way, cool little, I thought it was a cool little story that he gave us, and I'm excited. I'm pumped for him.
Yeah, me too.
Father.
Awesome.
Is the child going to refer to you as Uncle Jeff?
Or Uncle Dookie Boy the cocksucker.
And how old will it be before it says it shows Kwame where you touched him?
Oh, that's not funny. That is not funny. Whoa. Never. Never.
Shuddy found that giant pile of shit and fucking swan dove into it.
Jeez, man. I don't. If I was living like on the East Coast, I would be pushing for an Uncle Jeffrey title. But I'm being out here. He's an East Coast guy, gonna stay out East Coast. I don't know if I'm gonna build the relationship with the kid where I would be his uncle.
No,
you don't think now that Zoom is a thing, you're not gonna.
Oh, you think Jeff is gonna schedule Zoom time to garner the uncle title? He's fucking cousin Dookie Boy.
I'm pretty sure he's got like 3 brothers. Like. Oh, I know he's got at least 2 brothers, or at least 1 brother. Excuse me. He's got a brother.
How the fuck do you not know how many siblings Kwame has?
Because I've met Earl's siblings. I've never met Kwame's siblings. Actually, I've never met his parents, which is pretty crazy. Because I'm assuming I'm gonna be either in the wedding or definitely at the wedding. So that's gonna be the first time I've met him. But I've known him for. I don't know, for 13 years now. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm not, I know he has at least 1 brother. Bottom line is I'm not going to be the uncle. I'm not really pushing for the uncle.
That's fair.
And,
hey,
but
Kwame,
I would be if I was out there. I'll tell you that.
Does Quasi need a godfather?
The only thing I could teach that kid is how to shoot a basketball. I know he'll have the rhythm and athleticism to do all the other stuff on a basketball court, but his father can't shoot a basketball to save his fucking life, and that's why I could always beat him. So,
well,
that's all I got on the Kwame birthday. Were we the Kwame newborn?
Yeah, we were talking about Cheech's birthday, and Cheech just got pushed out of the conversation completely.
No, we were talking about.
Oh no, we were
else.
talking about my vertigo.
Kevin's. Yeah,
oh,
we gotta wrap
Kevin
that up.
How did we get? Oh, because you brought up Cheech. I led us on this divergent path. Sorry, back to your bitch assness.
Yeah, I mean, it carried through. I woke up the next morning and I opened my eyes and I'm like, oh, it's fucking gone. And I sat up and it was like, so yeah, I reached out to Joy, and then she sent me, actually her and Ginger and Juice both recommended, because he heard about it because we were playing Fortnite the night before, and he's like, hey, you still dizzy? And I'm like, I'm fucked. This is so stupid. I'm fucked. And they both sent me this thing. They're like, there's an exercise you can do for vertigo. and I looked it up on YouTube, and this lady who's like a personal or physical therapist strictly for vertigo shit did this thing where you have to like lay on your bed and put a pillow under your back and tilt your head and then rotate your head. This weird exercise thing that supposedly dislodges the fucked up crystals in your ear. And I tried that, and then I walked to the pharmacy and I got Dramamine, and I took that, passed out, and I woke up and I felt a little bit better. And then it was pretty solid all last night, but then today, like an hour before we started recording, I'm still a little dizzy right now. This is fucking ridiculous.
And your guess is that this is the bicycle crunches you were doing?
Oh, 100%. It has to be, because that's when it started, like, immediately.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't have the what do you call the thingy on your inside of your ears?
Equilibrium?
Yeah. I don't have the equilibrium that I used to. Like, I remember the day when I went on the Gravitron at the state fair and walked out of it, and I was like, oh, that fucked me up. That has never happened before.
Mark, Dom, and I were just having this conversation about how we can't do spinny shit anymore.
It sucks. The last time I went to, is Magic Mountain the Six Flags out here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Magic Mountain's fucking intense. It is my favorite Southern California theme park. Those rides do not fuck around, and there are tons of them. It's epic.
I had so much fun when we went.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, and that Green Lantern roller coaster, we had to sit for like 20 minutes.
Yep, that fucked
because
us up.
Bonnie didn't go on it with us. You and I went on it, and then we all had to sit around for 20 minutes while you and I got our feet back under us.
Yeah, while Bonnie's just clowning us. Yeah, we got destroyed by the Green Lantern ride.
So are you both like at a spot in your life where you're not as into roller coasters and shit like that? Is that what you're kind of getting at?
Well, the thing with the Green Lantern roller coaster is it's a roller coaster and the car spins
violently
the entire time, violently. So you're like spinning forward and then it's flipping back around based on how it's going on the track. Last time I was on a normal roller coaster with loops and twists and turns, I was fine. It's just that this is just almost like a constant, you're flipping over.
It also bats your head around back and forth between like the support bars. So
nice.
While you're
Little
flipping
violence.
around, your head's like ding, 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 like ping ponging back and forth. Yeah. Dude, we got off that ride and I couldn't see straight and my fucking head hurt. I've seen people online also call that ride out as like, it's a death trap. You walk off that thing and you're dead.
I'm interested in this because my father, when we were growing up and would go to amusement parks, my father wouldn't ride all the coasters, and he insisted when he was younger, like he was super into roller coasters. So I didn't know if like there's just like a point in an age in which you change or that switches up for people. Because Shuddy, when you were out here on riding roller coasters a long time ago at this point, you know what I mean?
I mean, it really was. That was my first trip out to LA.
So 10 years ago, right? At least.
Well, I even remember when, because when I was a little kid, my mom had me super young. She was 19 when I was born. So, and living in Jersey, you've got Six Flags Great Adventure within driving distance. So she took me there a lot, and she used to go on all the rides with me. And I remember going there once, and she started like tapping out, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? You love this ride." She's like, "I can't do it. I get like all woozy afterwards." And I'm like, "That's incredible. That'll never happen to me." And the last time I went to Magic Mountain, I did a couple of rides, and then it wasn't even Green Lantern, just a couple of roller coasters, a couple spinny ones. I was like, "Ooh, you know what? Before we get on the next line, I need to sit down for like 5 minutes."
Yeah, I haven't been on one, and I only went to Magic Mountain once since being out here, and shit.
You had some PEDs going that day too, right?
Yeah, I was partying pretty good, but it was like a Monday afternoon, and like there was like no lines. It was pretty sweet, and I got to go on like all the roller coasters. I want to say, even though the Green Lantern one doesn't stick out, but last time I was there, I was fine. the PEDs, do you think that would help? Like if you partied while going on roller coasters, do you think that would help your situation? Because to me, it didn't. It just made. I think I had more fun, but I don't think it affected my stomach one way or the other. Definitely not for the negative.
I really don't know where I would fall on that. Like on that particular PED, having a day at the theme park, because a lot of times I just like to sit down and chill out on that particular one. And I also feel like being out in the sun for that long, and I think you went in the summer too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's in the valley. It's hot.
It's hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck there. Like it was a nice, pleasant, like 75 degrees in at the apartment in Hollywood, and then it was oppressively hot when we got to Magic Mountain.
Yeah, and Shuddy, I think you're aware of the PEDs we're talking about. I don't know if I would like to be in the sun for that long and boiling that hot while on those.
No.
Well, we were talking about this recently. I like playing basketball in the heat, you know? I like a little hot sometimes. But, I mean, hey, we're still wedding crashers young and very, very single. Let's do some PEDs and go to the fucking amusement park when this thing blows over.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Do you think you'd be better off going on roller coasters like that?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I could truly see it going either way.
I think maybe some Dramamine with your PEDs might help.
That's true. Yeah.
I do want to address something and say something nice about each of you. I think, and I never say this, I guess I never really recognize, but I think both of you guys are wearing very cool T-shirts today.
Thank you very much.
What, a Golden Apple Star Wars parody shirt?
The Metallica, it's Metallica's first album. I'm forgetting the name. Crossed with Batman, right?
It's Ride the Lightning crossed with Batman, yeah.
And what is that? Golden Apples, but in the Golden Apple and the Star Wars font.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't
rep the homies.
I just thought it was cool earlier, so
thank you.
Shout you guys out.
Thanks, Geoff.
You guys want to hear about Cheech's birthday?
Yeah, let's do it.
So he is extra chill, ultra chill, and it makes it pretty hard to birthday shop for him, like just get him gifts. So either way, we're gonna always go out and get some Korean barbecue. It's essentially a Clark birthday tradition. So we went out and got Korean barbecue in Orange County, very good. But beforehand, we went to the coffee shop, the Vietnamese coffee shop, the one where the goat used to work. I was told, I think I was fed some bad information. I actually was fed bad information that it was closed permanently. And apparently, according to them, they only closed for like 3 months. Not even. They were open from May 2020 all throughout, then up until today. So no goat sighting, unfortunately. She wasn't there. Hopefully she just had this weekend off. And next
because you don't even know her real name, so you couldn't even ask. You can't be like, oh, hey, excuse me, where is the goat?
Yeah. Actually, I think her name is Angel. Oh, I should have asked.
No, that's just what you call her.
Yeah.
I remember you saying, oh, she floats around like an angel.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually. That is just what I call her. Even if it's not what I call her, there could be like 8 different angels there in the time that, I mean, shit, they've been open since May. That's a long time. And she could have easily just moved on to another coffee shop.
Or she could have just bought a house with all the tips you gave her.
Yeah, that's true. So she wasn't there. No one as good at her as good as her at that job was there. But there was multiple buttholes on site, and it was
all Cheech.
There wasn't much of a regression in terms of fun and views from last time I've been there. And again, no one as good as the goat, but there were some. It was impressive. I was very happy with what I saw. So was Cheech, which was the important part because it was his birthday. So yesterday there was some basketball of college, the NCAA tournaments. We went and watched a game, and then again hit up Korean barbecue in Orange County.
I wasn't sure if you were going to be going to Road to Seoul, if you were making the long haul.
No, because the coffee shops are in
gotcha.
Orange County, and the barbecue or just eating situations much better in Orange County because they have indoor dining, and have had indoor dining. Whereas we did Korean barbecue a couple weeks ago up in Cadestown in Paul's neighborhood, and it was in a tent in the parking lot. They made it work, and it was nice, but the
now
other place in Orange
Korean
County,
barbecue.
Oh yeah, it was sick, dude. And Star was the place that we went to. Star Korean barbecue it's fucking bomb. When they have you can serve yourself ice cream. They have an ice cream chest freezer, and it's all you can eat ice cream after Korean barbecue. Usually they don't allow it now that there's with the pandemic, they don't allow people just to go in there and scoop their own ice cream, unfortunately. But once we all get vaccinated, this is one of my few motivations for getting vaccinated.
Self-serve ice cream.
Exactly. I could take a lick of Kevin's ice cream without him being all weirded out by it.
When I saw that news story about how Krispy Kreme is going to be giving free donuts to people that get vaccinated, I was like, and there's the motivation Geoff needed. You just bribe Geoff with candy, donuts, and ice cream, and you can get him to eat your butt.
Right, yeah. Put some fast food specials surrounding a vaccine. Maybe one professional athlete gets it, and I'm on board.
Didn't Magic get it?
Probably, yeah. No, I mean, it's not. Maybe one isn't the right way of putting it, but there's a lot of them not getting vaccinated, which is a trip. These organizations or these leagues are putting incentives to trick the athletes into getting vaccinated, because if they're not going to get vaccinated, they got to do all this testing, all this COVID health and safety protocols, which they hate. And the league's well, how about you just get vaccinated? And well,
it turns out we hate that too.
Again.
No, I'll go back to just being alone in a hotel room for 2 weeks every game.
Yeah. Apparently that's preferable over they really don't want autism. And who am I to push back on that? Anyways, Cheech's birthday good. Night before, this hopefully is a nice, perfect transition. We went to the movies.
Oh,
saw
yeah.
Nobody.
Ilya Neischuler's new movie.
Yes.
MSPH alum.
Yep. And because of which, I really liked it. Great job.
You only liked it because he's MSPH alum?
It definitely added a couple dicks, I would say. Let me try to dance around this. We got to get Ilya back. He's not in LA anymore, is he?
I don't know. It got sort of tough to get in contact with him because I never knew when he was because I think when he went back and forth between LA and Russia, he had different phone numbers and stuff, and then he just obviously got way more popular. I used
James
to just
gunned us.
Yeah, he used to just text me and be like, "Hey, you want to go to the ArcLight today?" I'm like, "Sure," and we just go see movies and shit. I got to go see early versions of Hardcore Henry at the mixing recording studios and shit, and see it before they put the special effects in and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe once this shit clears up, because I also know filmmakers and actors and stuff, they have to follow way more strict protocols so they don't infect their crew and workers and stuff, and the actors and all that. So I don't know what his deal is, but once shit's cool again, yeah, I definitely got to get back in touch with Ilya.
So me and Bill were pretty even on scoring this movie or how we felt about it. Cheech absolutely loved it for what it's worth.
Yeah, it's
and
getting good reviews.
Art's actually texted me. I'm almost assuming if we get to voicemails, we have time for voicemails, he's going to show up with a Nobody review because he loved it too.
Yeah, he tipped me off.
Yeah. But it's like, it's Bob Odenkirk meets John Wick, essentially. And I love Bob Odenkirk. I mean, who doesn't? That guy's awesome. And John Wick kicks ass, and action movies kick ass. So all this together, it does what you're looking for. It's a lot of fun, and it doesn't like bog itself down with like cheesy plot.
Yeah, it's like 90 minutes. It's a tight runtime.
Tight 90 minutes. I guess, my knocks on it are I wish it did bog itself down a little bit more with some plot and some backstory. And it was, they wanted to keep it a tight 90 and have a lot of action. And there was a lot of fucking really cool action, but, the story was kind of whatever, he had less reason to go after the Russian mafia than John Wick, right? I mean, they killed his dog, so fuck it. Bob Odenkirk, he's more of a liability in society, that character, than the Russian mafia. Like, fuck, dude, this guy went nuts.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see it.
But it is fun, yeah. Christopher Lloyd, it was a little weird, the dad scenes and then his role in the final like fight scene, honestly, but whatever. It was a fun watch, and again, at least it was
RZA's in it, right?
Yeah, the RZA's in it. It's mostly like narration, or not narration, but like he's this guy who Bob Odenkirk's character clearly worked with in the government, and they're friends, and they have phone conversations throughout the movie, and then RZA shows up at the end. But it was good. It was fun. Tight 90 minutes, like I said. A lot of great action, like, the visuals and like the fight scenes, the gun scenes, like the kills. Fucking sick. They were sick, If you're not like going in like expecting award-winning dialogue, then, which I wasn't, then you're going to be satisfied. It's fun.
All right, what's the verdict?
Go 3-2-5.
All right. I also saw a new movie.
Cool. What did you see?
I watched Eric Andre's new Netflix movie, Bad Trip.
I'm interested because I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was.
I don't know anything about it.
I just watched the trailer. I was like, wait. It took me and they didn't say initially it was Tiffany Haddish until at the end. But halfway through the trailer, I was like, wait a second, that's Tiffany Haddish, right?
Dude, Tiffany Haddish, she's fucking scary in that movie. Oh, my God. Like, Tiffany Haddish thugged out is pretty intimidating. But it's Eric Andre made a prank movie. So it's kind of like Bad Grandpa-ish, where it's basically just a series of real-world pranks, but they have this very thinly veiled storyline to just thread it along into a narrative. Damn it. Fucking spam callers.
That sounds hard.
I don't know how they pulled some of this shit off. Like, I know he was on Howard recently, and he was talking about how they even filmed some scenes with Chris Rock, and they couldn't use any of the footage. They filmed for like 12 hours, and everybody just kept recognizing him, so they just like had to scrap it all. But like, obviously they're doing the same pranks on multiple people and using the one that gets the best reaction. But some of the stuff they did, I mean, Eric Andre's out of his fucking mind. And I love that dude. I think his style of humor is really unique. It's batshit fucking crazy, and I love it. I think his show is awesome. He's just a straight up, really funny dude. I dig him. And the narrative seemed a little forced at times and unnecessary, and not all of the pranks were on the same level. Some were clearly way better than others, but oh my God, I was alone laughing out loud, and it felt really good to do that. It was like, even if you think the movie is stupid, there's no way you can't laugh at the shit that he does. Like, some of it is out of fucking control. Dude's got balls of steel, too, because he almost gets... It's been in the headlines all over the place. Like, he almost got stabbed in one of the things. Like, people get really fucking pissed off at him for the stuff he pulls. Like, he's in the South fucking with people. And
Yeah, I was going to ask, where is it set? Is it just the South, or is it like a particular city down there?
so it starts, the whole plot of the thing is Eric Andre has a crush on this girl that he went to high school with, and he sees her in public for the first time, and he's like, you know what? I always said the next time I saw her, I was going to ask her out. So it's basically just a mission of him to go out with her, and she lets him know that she's going to New York. So it's basically him road tripping with Lil Rel. Is that his name?
Lil Rel, yes.
He's TSA and Get Out, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So it's the
I feel
two of
like
them
he's-
doing pranks as they road trip from Florida to New York, and Tiffany Haddish is like pissed at them, so she's following them. Wait,
why is maybe I missed?
she's Lil
maybe I
Rel
misheard you.
in the movie. She's Lil Rel's sister, and they steal her car.
Oh, okay.
So she's pissed off about that. So she goes on like a manhunt to like go kill them.
All right.
But I
It's
don't
just
want to
that-
spoil any of the pranks, but you'll laugh your ass off. If you like this show, like a lot of the bad reviews have been people be like, it's disgusting. Why I never. And if you can handle us, you're not going to be scoffing at the disgusting shit that happens in Bad Trip.
Or are you referring to the Rotten Tomatoes score?
No, I haven't looked, but I think it's doing good. There's just like, I think the New York Post was like, he is filthy and disgusting. Like certain reviewers were just talking down on it because
Sounds like a compliment.
they go hard. It's nasty. They do some fucked up stuff.
Nice.
But if you got lowbrow humor like we do, that was very enjoyable. It's a solid 3.75 dicker,
Okay.
which is enough.
3.75 Eric Andre dicks.
That's enough to get a heart from me on Letterboxd. 3.75 and above goes into the heart category.
Oh, okay. All right. I was confused on what you meant. I'm never on that app, dude. I got to get back on there. I just saw one of the Puminati follow me. the other
Yeah,
day.
I got chastised yesterday by Mark for not rating movies I see very frequently.
I'm a fan.
He did say, he's like, did you tell Kevin what I asked you to? I go, yes, I did. And what did he say? He said that he'll try harder, Mark.
I just don't have the time to type out a review for every movie I watch, you know?
He made a point to make sure I told you and wanted a report on. So I said that, and Dom goes, and he said, Mark, that your reviews belong in a publication.
Oh, I'm glad Dom had my back. All right. Well, as you mentioned, I also got some tips that we might have a couple VIPs today. So I do believe we've got enough time to get into some.
Voicemails, yay!
Now, let's see. Where did we leave off? I think it's this one. Let's see. And it's doing that thing again. Don't know why, but it happens.
Shuddy boy. I see you got them He-Man toys. Can I play with your Mr. Mola or your Mr. Skeletor? Ooh. I'm just fucking with you, Shuddy boy. Later, bro.
Like I said, the Puminati is shook by Shuddy Boy's Masters of the Universe obsession.
Guy on a Buffalo messaged me on Discord apologizing. He's like, I don't remember. I was so drunk, I don't remember what I said in those voicemails. I know I was making fun of you for He-Man, so I apologize in case they're really bad. I think there's a couple of them.
I don't know.
The
This is an unknown number, but I can just see that Skeletor shows up in the Google Translate.
I think it was a bunch of them, a bunch of people after a happy hour one night.
The happy hours on Discord get kind of rowdy. Supposedly, these guys are hanging out drinking like early in the morning and until early in the morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they'll carry like a happy hour on from like Good old
I saw
four.
Boognish say something that he was disappointed that it was done by midnight.
Right.
The
Yeah,
other
they
night.
get after it. Yeah, it's like a good
Holy shit.
9-10 hour drinking session. Yeah.
Man. It's the power of the
You can't hang
Puminati.
like that anymore.
Fuck no. Fuck no. All right, here we go.
Hi, Shuddy. This is fucking Skeletor. You keep on fucking looking for the goddamn toys. The one you really want is stuck in my fucking asshole. You want to know why I want you to have it so fucking bad? Because I have a cocaine problem. Thus the no fucking nose, you little fucking cunt. Please buy my goddamn toy.
Skeletor's pissed.
That's Chief
Shuddy
Brody.
boy, this is also Skeletor.
He's
Why
not,
did you find a fucking toy where the dentist is pulling out my goddamn teeth? You fucking bastard. Fuck you, Shuddy boy. You fun-loving fruitard, I'm gonna come all over your furry little beard. I'd like to see you cancel me, you little bitch. Hey, Johnny, this is Skeletor again. And I'm just here to tell you that you need to buy more of my toys and buy more cocaine. Because I love cocaine, Shuddy.
That was a
Side
bunch of
note,
different
fuck
people.
Hyper Chris and anybody who works for a law firm.
Cheers. Fuck you, Six. Wow.
Oh my goodness. That was intense.
That was a voicemail?
Yeah.
Gee, it sounded like we're listening to some found footage.
It was like 15 Skeletors.
I don't know. I knew the voice. I can't believe Shuddy just outed him.
Oh no. I think this is another one.
Shuddy boy. This is the past.
They're fucking spit roasting me this week.
What'd you do in the happy hour?
I wasn't in the happy hour.
Oh, right.
This must be at 3 a.m.
Yeah, this is happy hour gone way too far.
This is after Geoff has already been in bed for 4 hours. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that was a thing.
Hey,
huh?
thanks.
Yeah, thanks for calling. Skeletor, or whoever that was. Oh, here's another VIP.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's Mike in Missouri. Hey, just had to pause the podcast because Jeff's got me worked up. I know you're sensitive about your weight a little bit. You're talking about how you need to lose some weight, but man, I have never heard more lame-ass excuses about why you can't get out and exercise. Holy shit, man. 65
What about getting vertigo when you do bicycle crunches? Is that lamer?
degrees is
He's
too
about
chilly.
to fat shame me, huh? Let me smoke a bowl. I'm going to calm
He's
down.
about to
before this.
lazy
Jesus
shame
Christ.
you.
Okay. Hold on, gotta rewind.
65 degrees is too chilly? But it's too windy to play basketball? You need the sauna to work out at the gym? Give me a break, man. Come on. Shit. Harden the fuck up here, buddy, man. You got to get out there and just get some work done. You got to get started. So, man, I'm just, I love you guys, but shit. Got me worked up. Later. Bye.
A deep voice Mike.
I
is
don't
pissed.
know that we have ever angered deep voice Mike like that before.
Yeah, right. He was
It's-
way more angry when you dipshits picked popcorn over potato chips.
I don't think so.
Come on.
It's right there with it at least.
No way. Stop it.
He got very close to calling you a pussy.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely beat around that bush. Oh, pun intended.
Strong words from deep voice Mike. He does have a point. Like, I need a gym. Like, come on. I've got the fucking crafty home gym here and it's working. I got yoga mat, yoga DVDs. I got an exercise bike. I got some free weights. I got the pull-up bar. I got the push-up, the perfect push-up things.
Nice. What I'm saying is, I
don't want to.
It's fair to say I don't have an excuse for being fat, and I have all these opportunities that I could take. All I'm doing is explaining to you, and again, it's my weird, stupid, shitty, twisted logic, personal feelings on things. I'm just out of my comfort zone. I want to get back into my comfort zone. And I mean, with like a workout stuff, when I'm out of my comfort zone with my workout stuff, I get really comfortable eating and just chilling. And again, I don't know. It's not a good enough excuse, but fuck you. Fuck you, deep voice Mike. How about that?
Strong rebuttal from Geoff.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to do? I can't defend my obesity anymore. He's right. I got to get out there and run. It's getting hotter, thank God. And we could sit here and again, I'll openly admit that this is some bitch shit. But I get cold easier. I'm telling you, it's been cold. There's been some fucking beach breeze, and it's too cold to run around here.
Fucking Princess Geoff needs 80 degrees and up if he's going to be jogging.
Because he can't jog in a hoodie.
You know how much I fucking pay to live around here? I fucking deserve it, all right? I fucking deserve it.
Oh, boy. I definitely recognize this name on the caller ID. Prepare your buttholes, gentlemen. This one comes from a law firm.
Oh, God. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for this.
I have your phone number on a Post-it note on my computer screen, and I stare at it a lot, and I don't know why. I listened to one episode of your show, and it was so bad that I stare at this phone number and feel myself drawn into such darkness. Sometimes I feel like ridiculing you for fun, but today I feel more somber. I feel pity. Pity's the word. What must it be like for the one of you who can actually form sentences and express his thoughts? What must it be like for you to sit in that steamy echo chamber of fart jokes, spending week after week listening to those two halfwits talk about comic books and anal bleaching? There have to be days where you end the podcast, go to your garage, turn on the ignition to your Kia, and you just sit in the fumes listening to music you liked in high school, trying to find the courage to just let go. And I hope you find that courage one day. I hope you find your escape. The other quote-unquote man there, I think about the horror of your family gatherings, the embarrassed hush that falls over every room you walk into, those awful little whispers you hear, people joking about what pronoun they should use with you now, he, she, they. Your dad's in the corner saying little but drinking a lot because he's lied to everyone, told them that you're still finishing your doctorate in economics. Your mom's upstairs sobbing because your siblings have families and mortgages while you're lighting for your farts on fire in your studio apartment. That has to break your spirits.
I guess this is me.
I can't imagine the embarrassment your family feels.
Your sister is way cooler.
Now, the last one of you,
yeah,
whose voice sounds like the tortured moans of a dying goat.
Oh, that's Geoff.
You enter my house
that's Geoff.
And I feel fond of you. And I realized why, which is why I picked up the phone today. You remind me of my Uncle Ryan. Ryan was in his 30s, but had the mental capacity of a 5-year-old, and so he spent most of his life in my grandmother's basement, playing video games and building forts. He was a good soul, and I loved him. And I still to this day believe that he was a good person, even though he went to prison for molesting literally every child in the neighborhood. He died in prison after about 6 months. The Aryan Nation cornered him, mutilated him, and left him to bleed out on the shower floor. And you remind me of my Uncle Ryan. I feel like he's inside you, not in a spiritual way or the way he was inside the neighbor kids, but just in a familiar way. A grown man with a child's brain trying to manage his deviant sexual cravings. I miss you, Ryan. And I hope you found
Ryan sounds cool.
That always eluded you.
Oh, my God.
Wow, I don't know how he does it, but he always just dances right up to the 3-minute cutoff point of the voicemail limit. Guy's a pro. You know what?
Yeah.
He makes me feel like I need therapy, but game recognized game. That's a pro.
Yeah, part of me feels like he has a timer that he's watching to know he doesn't go over that mark, but then the other part of me just thinks that he's such a pro he doesn't need the timer, so I don't even know. For whatever reason, that voicemail reminded me that last night after Korean barbecue, Cheech really wanted to watch Beavis and Butthead Do America, and fuck, did I love that movie. I don't know.
The boys and I watched that relatively recently.
It holds up?
God.
Yeah.
Five Dicker, right?
Yeah, it's fucking hysterical. I mean, it's not, it doesn't pass any of the litmus tests of today, but I still enjoyed the shit out of it. And I just found out that Paramount Plus has Beavis and Butthead on it.
I heard my brother was saying last night that they might do. I think they're doing a Beavis and Butthead movie on Paramount Plus.
I heard that too.
And if that's the case, that's enough for. I'll give them 6 months worth of business for one Beavis and Butthead movie, dude. When I first moved out here, Beavis and Butthead had that 1 season, 8 episode reboot, and fuck, was it hilarious. Oh, man, it was so good. And because Mike Judge has so many irons in the fire, he just doesn't, I don't know, I guess he doesn't have time to do Beavis and Butthead anymore. But, like...
Yeah, it was weird how that kind of just came and went. It just was like a tiny little blip. Like, Beavis and Butthead are back, and they're gone again.
Yeah, I got the impression that it was, like, going to be a thing. Like, they were going to do multiple seasons. And then it was just, like, a one... I would have cherished it even more, you know?
I know. I wonder if Paramount Plus has the music videos, because I know that was always like a big sticking point. I don't think they could put them on the DVDs.
No, they couldn't. So they don't have the music video scenes.
In all honesty, that was some of my favorite Beavis and Butthead moments. Was them just trashing these weird unknown bands, or even the known ones. Like them watching music videos. I didn't even need the plot really. Like
yeah.
Just go back to the music
That's
videos.
what I preferred, actually.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I preferred them just shitting on music videos. And they could do the same with YouTube. I don't know how they would financially figure it out. But, yeah, Mike Hopkins, the great Mike Hopkins, we can call him. I don't know if that's probably just a pseudonym. I'm assuming that's in his government name, the voicemailer. I don't know, when he was just talking about just, like, fucking losers with nothing going on in the world. I was like, yeah, Beavis and Butthead. This shit is awesome.
All right, we got a couple more. Oh, I know who this is.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. The fuck is up? It's Arts. Just calling to say what up. I was listening to the Ellis Show Patreon, and Kevin and Tully and Jason are all sharing their stories about paintball and overshooting people and, being dicks and shooting friends and stuff like that. So I thought I'd call you guys and share my terrible story that I have about airsoft. So I play not as frequently anymore. I sell all my stuff, but I used to play airsoft pretty frequently. And we went to a new field, not our home field where we usually went every weekend. And we went to a new field, and the refs, now the employees of the park, the refs were garbage. They were not doing their fucking job. Airsoft's a little bit more of a pain in the ass because there's not the paint marks and stuff like that. But the guns are more fun because they're actual 1-to-1 replicas of real guns. Like the rifle and pistol I use in airsoft is the pistol that is next to my bed and the rifle that's in my closet in the safe. So that's what I like about airsoft. But anyway, so the refs weren't doing their shit, and we were having a fucking terrible day because they were fucking playing favorites with their regulars and shit like that. It was a fucking pain in the ass. So I take it upon myself to set up at like a triple blind angle. So I'm kind of kitty corner to a window, shooting through a building out the other side of a window, so there's no possible way that the angle that you could see where I'm shooting at is directly coming from my gun. It's really like, it'd be really hard to tell where my shots were coming from.
It's like Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
just
not good at first-person shooters.
full autoing the ref in the back of the head. And every time I just let a burst go, 15 shots through the air, 10 of them would hit him. He'd fucking duck. He'd start looking around. He couldn't tell where they were coming from. Basically, all I had to do was change the angle of my barrel, and it looked like I was shooting where I was supposed to be shooting at the enemy team. Yeah, I did that a lot. He got really fucking pissed. That was the end of our day there. We didn't kick us out, but we left. I don't think we ever went back to that field. But we're telling terrible stories like that, the paintball airsoft shit. I'm a piece of shit. Oh, well. Smoke weed. I'm out.
I like that, him lighting up the corrupt refs.
I'll tell you what, though, bitching about the officiating, oof, that's a tightrope to walk on.
I believe you would call that a bitch move, would you not, Geoff?
Oh, absolutely. You have to have an airtight case to bitch about the officiating and get any support from me, you know? I mean, shitty officiating usually goes both ways and it equals out in the wash. You have to point to specific reasons on how that costs you a victory. But lighting them up is funny. That's funny. That's objectively cool.
Well, here's another VIP. So apparently Google Voice thinks her name is Kirby Deer Girl.
I wonder who they mean.
Hey guys, it's Kirby Deer Girl. I am calling to wish you a belated happy 500 episodes. So proud of y'all, and still as amazing as when it first started, and I've loved the journey that you guys have been on. So just wanted to say, thank you for all of the laughs throughout the years. It's been a wild ride, and I'm happy to be a member of the Puminati. Also had a random brain question. The way I drive home on the highway, it's got a sign that says speed monitored by aircraft or something like that. Just wondering, has anybody ever gotten a ticket from one of those things? And if so, how does that even hold up? How is that proved? I don't know. And anyway, it just sounds like a very Kevin thing to happen too. So, anyway, that's it. All right. Thanks, guys, again for all of the laughs over the years. Bye.
Aw, thank you, Kirby Beer Girl. We love you. OG Puminati.
I have not gotten a ticket in one of those areas. However, I have gotten nabbed on the Pennsylvania Turnpike here by a vehicle that they have sitting in the construction zone with a radar and then a camera on it. So if you're speeding through the construction zone, it clocks you and then takes a picture of your license plate when you drive by.
Oh,
and
that's
I have
bullshit.
gotten a couple of warnings and a speeding ticket in that situation.
From
That's
robots.
complete bullshit.
Which is basically the same thing. I think the helicopter clocks you and then snags a picture of your license plate.
That's fucking bullshit. You know what? A human needs to actually hand me the ticket, or else it's bullshit. Red light cameras are bullshit.
Get it in the mail.
Fucking robot tickets are bullshit. Fuck that. I thought that was illegal too. I don't know, maybe it's one of those state by state
just
things.
in LA, just in LA County, because I got a robot ticket or a camera ticket in San Diego, and I think they still allow them down there. And I came up here with me, well, obviously, so I had to pay for it. But yeah, no, you can't get any traffic light tickets anymore here in LA. But that is some epic bitch shit. So it wasn't a vehicle.
Why'd you get so quiet?
Me?
Were you fucking with the cable again?
No.
I heard some crackling.
I wasn't, Kevin.
Geoff, don't talk to him like that.
Oh shit.
Great.
I've never gotten one of those unmanned tickets. I've never got a traffic light camera ticket. And I've seen those. I saw them more on the East Coast. I saw those a lot in Jersey where it was like speed monitored by aircraft. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What, like some jet is going to land and block me in the middle of the highway and give me a fucking ticket? But I did hear somebody, like, when I was bitching about that once, I'm like, what is this shit? Get out of here. That's just scare tactics. Somebody said that there was, like, a drone or something that would nab you and send you a ticket. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten one. I've never gotten one. But helicopter, that seems like a fucking waste of money. Like,
yeah.
Really? All to just give somebody a speeding ticket? Why don't you just plop somebody in a car with a radar gun?
Yeah, it does. It seems like, and I think a lot of it is kind of for the fear of possibly getting a ticket than the actual amount of times that there is an aircraft in the sky. Because I guess they'll make a decent amount of money, but it costs, fuel for those things is not cheap.
Yeah, it seems like a very foolish way to.
And you have to go through of filing a flight plan and getting all kinds of it. Just seems like an awful lot of work and cost for very little return.
So the government's just trying to scare us into driving slower? Is that's
I'm not, there's some evidence that might suggest that. I'm not suggesting that, but it's possible.
In Biden's America? I don't know. I don't believe that.
Okay, one more voicemail, and this is the one that I got tipped off on from Arts.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. Just calling back to say, what up? Well, not really. I have a review because I was watching not Netflix, Amazon Prime. It is a new Amazon Prime exclusive. It is a adult cartoon called Invincible. It's fucking dope. It's dope. It's like there's clearly a proxy that they were working towards. It's like the darkest Justice League you've ever seen. Now, I watched every single R-rated animated DC movie on HBO Max after you had Zeke and Alex on the show. I just went fucking buck wild on DC animated shit. And there's some gangster-ass stuff in there. The Deathstroke fucking movie and some of the Batmans are actually way darker than I would have thought. Anyways, so Invincible is fucking dope. They've only released 3 episodes so far. I've watched all 3 episodes. I'm fucking in. It's so far, I don't want to rate it because we're only 3 episodes in, but at the end of episode 1, you're like, all right, fuck yeah, I'm in, fuck yeah, let's ride. So, I don't know. I'm definitely, it's got a strong score coming for sure. The first 3 episodes were fucking super solid. Super fucking solid. Like, I don't even know. Like, 5 dicks seems extreme because we just started watching them.
Oh, damn.
It's dope. You guys are really gonna like it. I'm not talking to you, Jeff. But everybody else, you're really gonna fucking like it. All right. Smoke weed. I'm out.
So, yeah,
I'm looking this up right now. Invincible. With Steven Yeun?
Yeah, Just Kidding Simmons, Sandra Oh, tons and tons of people. Like Seth Rogen's a voice in it. Gillian Jacobs from Community. There's a lot of pretty much any speaking role is voiced by somebody who is known. Jason Mantzoukas,
Walton Goggins, the homie.
Yep, Walton Goggins is in it.
Can we effort to get him on the podcast? I love Walton Goggins.
Yeah, he might be a tough pull, but we can try.
Walton Goggins is a great. He's great in everything.
Yeah, he's a G.
The best character I've ever seen him do is a transsexual hooker on Sons of Anarchy.
Wow.
All right.
I can imagine he would kill it. Kevin, tell him I asked him pretty please, if you can get through to him.
I will.
Yeah, I'm looking at this cast right now. The voice, it's all Obviously, it's all voices, but these are cool people.
Yeah, and Invincible, that was a comic I started reading before I moved to L.A. It's an ongoing. Well, it ended a couple of years ago, but Robert Kirkman wrote every issue of it. He's the guy that created and wrote every issue of Walking Dead, and I wasn't particularly stoked with the way that Walking Dead went from the comic to the TV show, because the TV show is very, it's just like a Hot Topic soap opera. It's just like very melodramatic and kind of lost what made the comic so awesome. Like even Geoff has read some of The Walking Dead, and you had good things to say about it. But they nailed turning the Invincible comic into an animated series on Prime. It's awesome. It starts out like the first because there's big twists in it. It's very big on the twists. It's incredibly violent, brutally violent. And it's not your typical superhero story. So I was watching it knowing what some of the big things were going to be, and just thinking about the people watching it that have no idea about the comic, thinking they're being lulled into some just like cookie cutter standard superhero book, and then just their minds being blown. And it seems like that's what happened with Arts. And it's fucking awesome. It's great. It's really well done. The animation style matches the way it looks in the comic. It definitely matches the gore and fucked upness. And there's tons and tons of characters. They're always cycling in new characters, new villains. They're all really cool and interesting. It's solid. I watched the first 3 episodes, and yeah, I'm like Arts. It kicks ass. Definitely
I'll have to check it out.
For sure. Yeah. And comic book, also stellar. So if you're not one of those people that has a weird hang up about comics, I would strongly suggest reading that as well.
It's got a 9. This is one of the higher IMDb scores I've seen in a while, but Invincible's got a 9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh shit!
Out of 2,700 reviews. So
yeah, I've been
Nice.
seeing people online are pumped about it. Yeah, if you're
check it out.
somebody like me who read the whole comic series and loved it, it does it justice. And if you're completely unfamiliar with it, you're gonna fucking love it. It's awesome.
I hate to do this, but my bladder is about to burst.
So is mine. Yeah, I was trying to wrap it up.
Okay.
I was about to ask, does Steven Yeun, is he having a moment? I feel like he's about to be nominated for an Oscar, right? He was officially nominated?
I think so.
Okay, he's in this
All right, so thanks for
Invincible show.
listening to Mad Scientist Party Hour.
No, I'm not done talking. No, I'm not done.
Tell your friends. Spread the word. If you need more MSPH in your life, there is endless content on our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. I advise you to check it out. I don't think you will be disappointed.
No, and we'll take another dive this week into the toys because all the packages have been delivered since we've started recording.
Yeah, you can witness Shuddy Boy's crippling He-Man addiction in real time. And we're also got our full video episodes up on YouTube, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour if you'd like to subscribe and watch us instead of just listen. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff for Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. If you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, just call 201-472-0139. And you can always shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. I think that's about it, friends. But until next time, ooh, something!